is Bobbie Richardson. For today, I'm doing a tarot readings today, this morning, plus sometimes channel messages will come through naturally with me anyway. I'm a channeler, I'm a seer. All my life, from 5 to 50, I saw things that others couldn't see. My mum had the same gift, and I've been working with spirit very closely through my whole life, very close to my soul, having a pretty profound understanding of my intuition, and that's why I'm stepping up to be a guide now, so that I can help you guys reconnect to your intuition and your soul. And that means reconnecting to source energy, God itself, because that is what it is, love in its essence. Hey Anna, so we're restreaming today to Facebook and YouTube this morning. Every Tuesday morning at 7 to 7:30ish I do these lives, and then on Thursday I do my channel messages, which are all to do with the ascension process, how we can cope in these new energies, how we're learning to create the realities that we want, take back our power, and all of that. That happens on Thursday mornings around the same time as this, which is 7 to 7:30 a.m. This is Brisbane Australian time, so Queensland Australian time. So you'll have to look it up. What's that for you? Hey, Annie on YouTube. Hey, Mark. Good to see you guys this morning, my team. Okay, so we're going to get into, I've had a lot of messages recently about, they really want to talk about the God within us. And so I'm going to bring that up more to do with the Thursday channeled messages. But man, was I inundated this morning with that information of acknowledging that part and the essence of us back again, so that we can take our power back and no longer be reliant on outside other people that are coming from their lack anyway. That will all fall away when we decide that we are more powerful and magnificent, because that's who we are on the inside. We are God in itself anyway, in the essence of itself. But you can only acknowledge that when you start to step into the love vibration. But anyway, I'll talk more about that on Thursday and let them talk through me as well as channel messages. Great. I'm just gonna lock this person. So yeah, if you do see anybody that's offering free readings or anything in the chat bars, especially Facebook, it's terrible for it. Just ignore it. It's not me. Even if it's my picture, there was a big thing last week that was like, it was me trying to get people together, and it wasn't. So I won't do that sort of thing. So if you do see somebody forcing you to take money from you or anything like that, get your information, please ignore it. I don't do that sort of thing anyway. And I think that we're starting to see through these lies and deceits. They're there for a purpose, so that we can learn to trust our intuition again. So it's not a bad thing in a way. Hey Anna, so good to see everybody. Let's get on to, hey Julie from Facebook. Yeah, good to see you. Paula, hey, good morning. Okay, let's get into this first general reading, and then we'll open up the chat bar. So we have this one wanting to pop out. Oh, it's a powerful card. It's a powerful card. Yeah, please, I'm just blocking these people off Restreamed, but I don't know. I'll have to go back through Facebook and block them on my Facebook as well. So just ignore them. Let's get into this reading and focus on what we're really here for. Katie, good to see you from New Zealand. Kia ora. So the first card that popped out, and the only card so far, is the Magician's card. And I think I even called this, I forgot what I called it, Understanding Your Power. It's taking back your power. I've really started to get this big emphasis on us collectively understanding now through all of the mixed confusion that we've gone through, that there's only one person that you can rely on, and it's yourself. And when you start to do that, you start to take back your power. You start to recognize just how magnificent you are, that you have all the tools within you to move forward. And everything that you've gathered in the past has lined you to this purposeful event now, in this moment, and every moment beyond this moment. It just keeps pulling in. So every moment is precious. It's you having this incredible journey and an adventure on Gaia, on Earth, in this human body, in this form. And what can we do with that? Where can we go with that? What can we create? And becoming the magician in your life. So that's what I'm getting from that card. Oh, Anna, I so would love administrators to keep those spammers in line. I've got a couple now on YouTube, and I can always do with more. Okay, I will do free chat bar readings after this general message. I always do the general message the first half, and then I open up the chat bar reading for free quick readings afterwards. So hang in there. Let's see what else comes up. So we have a couple that's pulled, actually 4. Let's see what they are. So we have the Princess of Swords. So really taking our intelligence back and understanding we're actually a lot cluier, and humanity's consciousness is a lot more aware, but we've been hiding out of our awareness. We've been in secret moments knowing our intelligence is like, that doesn't feel right, or that doesn't sound right. And then somebody will come up to us and we're like, well, they won't understand, so I'll just portray what they want me to portray and speak what they want me to speak. But now is the time to come back and start to really step into the power of speaking those secret moments that we have in the corner of our room and go, I think I get that. And like really starting to come forward with our truths of what we've learned in our reality, and what we realize is wrong, right, and injustice, and all of that, and start to step up with that as well and nurture it. So we have the 9 of Pentacles too. And this is somebody who's in great honor and respect of fulfilling abundance within. They, like, even behind them, she has the pentacles are stamped on this wall behind. It's like she's done the work. She understands the work. She's ready. She can give. She's ready to share her work. She's ready to share her wisdom and everything. So with that, with the Princess of Swords as well, we're really starting to be more aware of ourselves and ready to share our wisdoms, our knowings, and even our extra abundance. I always say to everybody, fill your own bucket first when it comes to material matters, when it comes to abundance, so that we're not living in the survival game anymore. And if each and every one of us fills our own bucket, and we fuel it and have a solid grounding of that bucket because we trust who we are, we support who we are, we don't need for anyone else to have that, give us that bottom of that bucket, then it will never fall through. So you're only relying on you, and then you fill it up, and then you overflow. So this 9 of Pentacles is about taking all of those for herself that she needs, so that because she loves who she is so much that she knows her self-worth and her self-deserve, and she's prepared to give those ones away, but she's standing strong in who she is. The other ones that came up was the seven of wands. It's interesting. I always have a resistance to these cards because 4 came out and I don't like to take 4, and they ended up being quite negative cards. 5 of swords, I think there's a message in that in itself, isn't it? Like 7 of wands is being prepared to fight off those that are coming. But if he wasn't prepared, if he hadn't situated himself in a position where he needed to fight and defend, and he just walked off and found his own environment somewhere else, and he's like on a rolling hill and he's enjoying his life and he's looking up at the clouds and how wonderful they are and beautiful they are, and then this beautiful person comes along and lies down next to him, and then they're all just enjoying life. Totally different story. And it's not to say that all over this world we haven't got people who are standing there ready to defend, and then they end up bringing in that fight, and we haven't got people in this world that are lying on this beautiful hill and just allowing life to be present and loving it as well. And I think what we've done is, through the programming of ourselves, is that we've been consistently telling ourselves that we need to defend what we own, and make sure that no one else takes it. But that is literally bringing in the fight. And when we are lying on the field and enjoying our purpose in that moment, the universe literally brings you whatever you need. You can let go of all of the material matters, because you know you're just constantly going to flow towards more prosperous situations through the happiness, through the vibration of you being happy. So just be aware that you're not in defense mode. And like the 5 of swords comes up next as well. So he's like, I've battled you, I fought you off. But this person in the background that's feeling like he's lost, he is in its essence source energy, God itself as well. And you being so defensive and fighting and wanting to make sure that everybody's put in their place, that you don't trust the universe to give it to you, that you have to fight for it all the time. It's wearing, it's exhausting, it's not thriving, it's surviving. And that's the program pulled over us, to survive, so that there's always something else out there that we have to fight against to be feeling important. But when we already know the importance of ourselves, we let that go and we start to enjoy our life a lot more. I'll leave these out, but I'm going to get another pack of cards. So we'll get the should we get Osho? I feel like doing something a bit different. I'll get these ones. Okay, so I'm still doing the general reading at the moment, guys. And I have a bit of a frog in my throat that's interesting too. So speaking our truth is a big thing this week. Speaking up for who we are and what we feel. And we don't need to justify ourselves, but we do need to speak our truth in the moments that's necessary. I'll just keep clearing my throat. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see what else these cards have to say for us as well. If there's any more messages for this week, thank you. For the general overview of those that are watching. Let's see what it has to say. No way. Well, we're really starting to step into our power. Excuse me. Really starting to step into our power. Look at this. Wisdom of the Magi next to the Magician. That's the first card that pulled out. First card of this new pack, same card. Wisdom of the Magi. Clarity, mental clarity. This is a really, really gorgeous card, because to be able to harness the Magician's tools, we need to stop thinking that part of us is more important than another part. And when we do this, we come into balance, into harmony within ourselves. So we've been taught and programmed that our logic is more important than anything else. That our logic will hold our memory and it will protect us and it will make us strong. That we're always got to be one step ahead in our mental capacity to know what's going to come next. So we're going to take advantage and make sure that we stop everything that's coming. But clarity is putting everything into balance and realizing that we've allowed our logic to overdo everything. And it becomes such an intense, you cannot predict through your logic, which is only grabbing the past, predicting into the future. You can't predict every single thing, every single outcome, every single energy. You cannot do that. It is impossible. It is not the job for logic. Logic is here to retain a memory so that we can have a linear story. That is it. Don't try to force it into creating your next path, because all it will do is focus on what you don't like and bring that forward again for you to experience. So mental clarity with the magician is meaning that you are staying still within yourself. You feel very clear in every moment and every step that you take, that you're happy in who you are and that you deserve only the best. And so the best starts to come towards you through this mental clarity. And then we can use all of our tools. We can use our soul's connection as the observer of our reality that can oversee and understand more of what can be possible. We can trust our intuition again to guide us through our body and how it reacts to our intuition. If we feel we've got a gut ache, don't go there. If we feel enlightened and light, go there. Step into it. If we feel happy, go there. If our emotions will bottle up through our body to give us a response if we're not listening to our intuition. And so we start to use our emotions we can use our emotions to guide us as well. If it becomes too intense, we know we're definitely lacking in power in what we're stepping into. So we have our body to listen to, our intuition to listen to, our heart, our soul. Our soul as always resides through our heart, moves through our heart first, it never moves through our logic first, it moves through your heart. And then our logic as well. Our logic is great for grounding things, for having an understanding of how this world works around us, remembering how to use the tools, like we're talking building tools, and how to what ones work best with what to actually ground things. So that's a fuller understanding of ourselves, but we're moving through our life one moment at a time in clarity and trusting that we can grab our logic if we need it. We can grab our intuition if we need it. We can listen to our soul's advice if we need it. We can feel into our body if we need it. We've got all of that in every given moment, and always trusting that. That can only come when our logical mind, which has been programmed to say that it's trying to do all of that, to shush, because it cannot, and allow these other beautiful gifts that we have to come forward. And then we're stepping into prophets and ancient seers, decisions and predictive guidance. And that is somebody who has an understanding that everything outside of them is a reflection of them. And so they can prophesy through that is around them, because they are already in connection with their self and then their outer self, their inner self first, then their outer self. And so they can feel into what has been presented and whether it feels right. And even if logically it doesn't sound right, it doesn't seem right, it could be a feeling within you that feels right. And so that is important. Okay, what else are we going to choose here? Out of mind and into heart, and let the magic begin. Yes, Katie. Another shaman. Oh, thanks, Joy. Okay, what else have we got here that's coming through? So we have some fast movements happening for those that are in that clear space for themselves. fast movements that'll either chop away what we don't want, or fast movements into starting to understand the power of ourselves, starting to understand the magic within ourselves. And this fast movement of this person coming through can also be someone of soul connection that you resonate with, and they don't hold on to them. Don't hold on to anything. Allow it to, if it's just meant to be fleeting. Sometimes our soul tribe will fleet in and fleet out of our reality to give us a profound message, to shift us into a new dimensional space on this earth within us, ourselves, and then leave. And that was their job, only their job. So we're always got to just be in flow with who comes and who leaves, and who comes and who leaves, because we have supported the bottom of our bucket ourselves. We're not holding on or grasping to anybody that's racing in and racing out. And it comes in with the tower, and the tower usually represents a really big shift, a really big change, something just, oh my God, hold on to your hats, guys. It doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing either. It just means that you're now ready to let go of that, all that didn't prove worthy of who you found within yourself now. Where 2-3 years ago you might have looked at yourself as less worthy, and now you see yourself as more. And so the tower comes in to shake up all of that is in your existing outside reality, to fall away from you, because it doesn't have an understanding of how powerful and worthy you are anymore. And so that crumbles. So there could be somebody coming in very fast, like a soul tribe member or something, to show you that, to literally gift you that that shift. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that card. Anyway, those cards. Thanks, Katie. So yes. We've got a few from Facebook and a few from YouTube. What else have we got? No way. See, this is how exciting this is. Whole other deck of cards, right? Osho cards. And what do we get? Exactly what I just told you. We have massive change coming our way. And this is a collective shift with each one of us personally. And then because we're personally doing the work, it's shifting a bigger consciousness, our humanity's consciousness as well, because our shift within ourselves creates ripples around us, and it will change it up into something new. And that stepped out with the rebel. It stepped out into us and our purposeful adventure, no longer bound by, look at the chains, they're all broken. I would say before, this card would be the devil, where the devil's bound this person up and said, you are not to do this, and you are only to do this, and you are to follow only our rules. And we're looking at them now and going, hang on a sec, we're all source energy residing in a body, and you're saying you're more important than me? Hang on a sec, there's something screwy here. What? Just because you say you've got more money and more power does not mean you're more powerful or more potent than what I am. I can shift my reality because I make a firm decision, conscious decision on what it's going to be, and I keep moving towards that. And you don't have a bearing on who I am. I am the rebel in my own life. I'm taking my torch and I'm lighting it. And I'm not taking your torch and lighting your torch anymore. All of those that are wealthy and bringing us into this confined reality. We're literally, when we say that we believe them to be more powerful, we're literally lighting their torch to be more powerful. Every time we say that, we need to step out of that reality, find our own torch and light it, and move forward with our own torch, creating what we want purposefully from our own existence. And there's only one existence here. It's yours. It's the one that you know about, because you can't live his existence or their existence or any other person's existence. You can only live your own. So it's when you shift yours, everything around you starts to change. And here we are in the change. And that goes completely with this card here. Where is it? Mental clarity. Because, and the magician, the wisdom of the magi, because to get to this point where we're no longer in the drama, it's like inside of a tornado. We have to find clarity within ourselves. And here's the balanced yin yang of trusting who we are inside of ourselves, that we can pick up our tools at any given moment. And look what's around here is a tornado, and the outside of the tornado is just sucking up stuff and throwing it at people willy-nilly, and people just getting smacked in their head and going like a tornado, like a tidal wave, getting confused with their life because they don't know who they are, clearly know who they are. And so they're trusting all these other people throwing all this crap around. Instead, it's asking us to go center into the middle of this and trust our balanced self, that we know who we are with clarity. We don't need to trust, we're not needing to listen to our logical mind, which is only ever seeks someone outside itself to help it guide itself. We're trusting more than that. We're trusting source energy. We're trusting God. We're trusting the God within us. We're trusting everything is our own reflection and taking responsibility for that as well. Huge, 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 huge shifts. It's so nice and so exciting. I know my life's really exciting at the moment. So exciting. We're moving one house and then another house. We're moving 2 houses at the moment, so it's fun. And I have so many things in the back burner for my career coming up. I'm very, 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 very excited. Okay. What else are we going to do? Let's do... I haven't done animal cards for a while. We'll do them. Okay, we're coming up to 27. So we'll open up after this animal card, we'll open up the free chat readings. For any who want a reading. Let's see what the animals have to say for us, eh? I have this suitcase here. You can't see it, but it has like a leather handle that's like sticking out a bit. And these 2 cards landed right smack vertical on the handle itself. 3 cards. Okay, we have 3 cards. Let's go with this. We have the heron, patience, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So that's the first one. Then we have hawk, messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. And also I'm getting from this card an understanding, a clearer understanding of our dreams. Dreams are always our soul trying to reach us. We have dreams where our soul comes in and starts to clear away all of our logic trying to take charge, and that can come up in our dreams for sure. But it's still our soul coming in and sharing with us some new wisdom. It teaches us to be the observer of our reality, that we aren't confined to this limited awake time, that we are also beyond that. We are dream too. And there's so much more gifts and wisdom and understandings. Many people, many artists, they literally dream tunes and they dream songs and they dream lyrics and they dream art, and then they want to bring it in and ground it. And so beyond us is that we all have this within us, and that's why we all sleep and we all do dream. And even those that say that they can't remember their dreams, when you wake up in the morning, just feel, what do you feel when you first wake up? I'm talking about before your logic comes on board. What do you feel? That feel into that as long as you can, and then start to write down what that feeling means to you. And then you'll start to slowly remember your dreams. You'll train your mind to retain them in your not just your short-term memory, but you can bring them into your long-term memory by repeating the feelings and the messages early in the morning. Okay, and also we've got the elephant. Greatness, love is your strength, leadership is your path, because we are all leaders of our own path, right? Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. And you will, because you've taken your responsibility of your life back. And you're no longer saying, just because someone told me I had to do something. You can ask the universe to shift it, or you can say, I want to go through this with peace of mind. I want to go through this. If I have to go through it, and I have to do this, and I have to do that, show me a path where I'm peaceful with myself, where I feel I'm guiding myself through this, and it will start to slowly, everything will start to shift around you. You're way, way more powerful. We all have our own individual universes within us. That's the excitement of it. We all have our own perceptions of universe, and so we have our own individual universe within us. So that was from the animals. How nice. Okay, if you'd like to have a free reading, just say yes, please, and I'll pull a couple of cards for you guys, and we'll go from there. So sometimes it takes a little bit for it to go through. Oh my gosh, they all came out at once. Here we go. Facebook user, yes, please. Facebook user, yes, please. Let's see. Just let me get one sip of water. I'm feeling like you're something you want to be answered specifically, but it's really interesting. They're telling me that even though you want to answer specifically, there could be something else that they're going to give you that's going to clear it faster. Interesting. Completion. You're coming to the end of something, and it's time to let it go, because when we put that last piece in the puzzle, then we can admire it, we can love it, we can enjoy it, but in the end, the puzzle goes back in the box, and it's time to get out a whole brand new game. And so the completion is a feeling of, holy crap, I've finally come to the end of that. Oh my God, that was so much. What am I doing now? Where am I going? What do I do? Because you have to shift, you have to change. As soon as you've completed something in a journey and your life has come up to this point, now it's time for you to change, because there's no point in, you've got no more pieces left to put into the puzzle. And if you're trying to find pieces still when the puzzle is complete, then you're making anxiety happen in your life, and you're trying to do something that's already completed, and you won't see the options of being able to enjoy, and you won't, because you're so entrenched in trying to complete something that when you completed it, it starts to give you anxiety. Life will always go in a flow of feeling like, I want to move towards something. I'm imagining something. Oh my God, I have to get all the tools together to make that grounded into this reality. Holy crap, am I going to ever meet the right people? And all of this sort of hoo-ha until we get to the end of the story. Then we complete it, and we start to learn something about ourselves through completing it. And then it starts to get, because you start to get comfortable with your life, and that you understand it now, and that you to pick up the piece and put it in, and pick up the piece and put it in, so you have an understanding of your life. And then you get to the point where you've completed, And then it's like, oh my God, now what? Because I only know how to pick up a piece and put it in. I don't know that the next step is to mush up the whole piece of puzzle and put it back in its box and go get another one. And so there's a whole shift that happens that feels uncomfortable. It's like holding on to something too tight, too long, and it's already done its job. And they're asking you to release it, let it go, and trust that the next step will come your way. For Facebook user Tony Roberts from YouTube. Tony Roberts from YouTube. Okay, so we have two opposing cards here for you, Tony. We have one that's fighting, and that means to you and press the button and you go, that annoys me. Now, you've got two ways of doing this. You've got a way of, okay, that annoyed me. I fought them last time. Maybe this time I'm going to let it go faster. I'm going to try to let it go faster. Through the fight of your life and learning to let go of things quicker and quicker and quicker is gifting you something to be celebratory about, something to start to realize, because I'm letting go of the fight quicker and quicker, I have more space in my mind. I have more time in my mind, in my energy and everything, because it's no longer, I'm no longer fueling myself to fight anymore. I'm fueling myself to celebrate. I'm starting to bring in celebrations now because I'm letting go of the fight and recognizing when somebody presses your buttons, that even though they press your buttons, somebody could say exactly the same thing to another person, and that person's like, they don't have that as an issue. So it's just like water off a duck's back. And you'll be like, why didn't they get up them for saying that? And they're like, they'll be saying to you, oh, I saw it a totally different way. I saw them as trying to help me. I saw them as, yeah. So there's this whole new way of looking at life that you're letting go of this to start bringing the celebrations. And I know my thing is just saying that my connection's bad. I'm not moving into this new house until the end of this month. We're moving two houses, so we're moving one house before the other. So when I move into this new house, where I should be a much better, stronger connection. Okay, who else have we got here? Hopefully. No, it will be, because I say so. Okay, Leanne, yes, please. Leanne, you have, be careful that you're not in your mind too much and replaying things or feeling like your mind's the only thing that can help you curve a problem that hasn't actually even arrived, but it was in the past, but it could be in the future. And so our mind starts to predict it and try to figure out a way of getting around it. And then my mind does the same thing, because once you really have a fuller understanding of how detrimental this is, you're coming at, oh, look at that, you're coming into an understanding of that, and opening that you were always free of your mind, that you can train your mind to let go and say, do I need to know this now? Is this actually happening in my reality right here, right now? And if it's something that you have to remember, write it down, put an alarm on your phone and let it go. That's the understanding that you can create more space you create within your mind, the more you fly through life and you become the creator. 3 cards came out for you all at once. So, and then you start to see the spark within you, the creator within you, the light within you that's shining even brighter. I also have something else coming up for you. Okay, I don't know why, but they brought me to your teeth. So I'm just going to say this. Teeth, when they are in pain, mean decisions need to be made. So it could be that you have a decision nothing to do with your teeth, but there's a decision that needs to be made. And they're saying whatever decision you make will be the right decision so long as you back it 100%. So if you're backing at 100%, it will work for you. If you make a decision and you're only like backing at 80%, then you're more focused. You'll probably end up being more focused on the 20% coming true, and then you will end up creating that path. So it's more to do with you backing yourself, something to do with that as well for you. Lucy. Lucy, you have some beautiful guidance. Okay, so you might have been in Hermit. My moment to me feels that you were in, I'm just going to wait and see and sit and wait and see. Postponement can also be, if it is in hermit mode, that you can do it in a journey and look within yourself and use that time to do that. But it's kind of like more of a resistance of, if I move ahead now, I don't know exactly where I'm going, and I'm not really sure. So this is where the guidance comes in. When we say, I'm over postponing, thank you very much, universe outside myself, showing me the path. You start, this guidance was always around you, guiding you, but because you've decided to step out of postponing, all of a sudden you start to get the messages coming through clearer, and you notice them. But they're always around you anyway, but sitting in a postponement sort of, I'm not sure how to step into this, because if I do, I might fail, or if I do, someone might see me do something different, or that sort of energy. As soon as we go, okay, that's it, I'm ready. I'm ready, show me. Then the guidance comes in and the messages come in, the signs come in, numbers come in, just give you clarity that you're on the right. You'll start to see same reoccurring numbers of plates and cars and stuff like that. I know for myself, since I started really awakening and becoming empowered within myself, I kept seeing my initials BR and a number behind it on so many car registration plates, BR and a number behind it. And it was like, you are guiding your own path and you are creating your own reality. So I always have my initials, Bobbie Richardson, and then the number behind it. So just be aware of those signs, those messages that are coming towards you as well. So divine, yes, please. Divine, you have receptivity. So really starting to, okay, they want you to nurture yourself more. See this card here. She's like, I am open. To be open, we have to allow nurturing of ourselves and say, I trust myself now to be nurtured by the universe, by my soul's connection, by my soul's connection to other souls in higher frequencies, that I can allow receptivity and messages to flow through me, to guide me, to have a fuller understanding, to become a guide, to shift my reality into what I desire, so I become the light that I really want. You are now being asked to open. See how this person is naked. They are vulnerable, but they are vulnerable with strength. They know if someone tries to push them in a certain way, they will move like water out of that way and nurture themselves, and they won't even give it an inch, because they're in receptivity mode of their soul, of source energy, of God itself, just flowing through you and gifting you more wisdom, more information on how you can see, more understanding. It's really nice. And then you become a guide for others just by being you. And that's becoming more ordinary in yourself, and understanding that each thing that you do is divine, is a presence of God. Because even in those stories like Matrix, where you see the oracle She's not in a grandiose sort of I have to wear my royal crown and have all my gold around me to make people think that I'm powerful. She's just in a humble, beautiful kitchen, enjoying herself, smelling the cookies and enjoying her life. She's creating and she's baking and she's enjoying. And that is the true essence of where we're all going. Anyone that needs a lot around them you can have a lot around you, but just to the point where you're always prepared to let it. You can have a lot around you, that's fine, nothing wrong with that. You can experience the life of luxury, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But to have that as your influential power over others and who you say to others, that's who you are by having all those riches, a great big shed full of gold and stuff, that's not power. That means you are powerless and you need all of that to be that. I don't know why they're bringing me to all of that, but we'll go there. Sky imagination. I think that was a general message for humanity there. Okay, sky and imagination. Sky. Sky. We have a bit of guilt flying your way. Not the guilt. Guilt's the only card that's coming out. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I thought as much. So we have guilt coming through for you. So just be aware of other people influencing you into feeling bad about who you are. You know in yourself that everything you've done has come from your heart. That is enough. You don't need to feel guilty because somebody else's reality isn't fulfilled and they are projecting it onto you to make you feel guilty. And you don't need to feel guilty about your past either and what you've done in the past, because everything you did, even though you weren't aware enough or awake enough, or you weren't an understanding of who you were in those moments, everything you did to the best that you could in those moments, and that is enough. But now that you know better, doesn't mean that you look back and feel guilty about what you did. They want you to tune in and do some meditation this week and just tune into yourself and find that happy spot within you, that peaceful moment of, I'm just letting it go. It doesn't matter anymore. It's not helping me and it's not helping others. If you walked into a room, even if that person, even if those people do something to you, if you walked into a room feeling guilty, they will literally turn around and make you feel that way. They will make you feel guilty because the energy is that. And so they will be on their, they will be thinking, oh, there's something wrong with this person. They're hiding something. And then they'll start to seek for it. So you're not helping anyone outside of you, and you're not helping yourself by feeling into the guilt. And see what's up here, though. Look at all these beautiful flowers. That's just beyond the mind crap. All those beautiful flowers are ready to just fall onto you and make you feel like serene again. So it's not going to take much. I don't think it will take much for you to shift this, but in any case. Anna from Facebook. Creativity and harmony, Anna. So they want you to start creating something fun in your life. Express yourself through art, music, gardening, all of the above, whatever you feel in the moment, recognizing that you're creating your own life by every thought that you have. You have a harmony card too, which is beautiful. Harmony card has got the dolphins in it. This person is also in a playful energy. So this is a playful card because dolphins always represent playfulness. And playfulness can only come around when you're in harmony. If you ever see a little small child and they when they're in a really good mood, they just want to adventure, they want to play, they just want to explore, they want to go into the sandpit and explore everything, you know. And when they're not, when they're really they just sit, you know, in one place and have a little tantrum. And they usually stay in one place and have a tantrum. They go inwards. And so it's all to do with stepping into your creativity and play and playful energy this week for you. Guinevere from Facebook. So we have the Creator card coming out for you too. They want you to start recognizing that you are creating everything outside of yourself. It's like we pick and choose up to a certain point. Oh, I created that, but then they created that. Oh, I created that, but they created that. But really, they created what they created, and you decided to fill that creation with yourself and become part of that creation. If you don't like their creation, then it's time to move out of that creation and start to say, what do I want to create? And how do I become the magnet to bring in all those wonderful people? I always say to myself, because I am so connected to soul and have such profound messages coming through, that I was waiting for divine timing when humanity's consciousness was ready to listen. And now is my time, and I know that for sure. But then I'm like, well, I'm creating my own reality as well, right? So that means all I am. That is all there is. So is now the time? It's when I decide it is. It's when I decide. Experience. So you've also got go out to nature and experience life and enjoy life and see creation for what it is. See the creation of all. And if you are source energy, God residing through this reality and this body, then you have also, in some essence, created the tree that you are touching, created the energy between you and the tree, the experience that you're having between you and the tree. Everything is beautiful. Okay, so we also have Paula from YouTube. Paula from YouTube, we need patience coming up for you. There is something aligning with you, but don't rush it. It's okay to just enjoy life. And the more you let go of trying to push something to happen, and the more you sit back and start enjoying your life, the more that's going to magnetize towards you. So I would definitely say just enjoy, sit down and really relish. That's the word I'm trying to find. Relish in the moment. And you've done a lot of work anyway. So see, she's already ready to give birth. She's done a lot of work. And so just enjoy this moment of feeling into this experience of acknowledging yourself as worthy of doing that work, that it will reward you in the end. And Julie from Facebook. So we have silence coming for you, Julie. And that is the stillness of the mind and coming back to centering ourselves. Because in silence is a void. And in the void, nothing exists and everything exists all at the same time. So when you come back to the silence of yourself, you are gifting yourself a new opportunity to be birthed into something, a new opportunity to come into your reality. And that is something that you can tap into through your imagination, not through your logic, that it can only bring in what's happened in the past again. just silence that and allow your imagination to flow, and then you will, through the void, start to say, oh, I would really, really, really love to do that. That's where I'm excited. That's where my passion's taking me. But we have to come to the silence first before we can get to the passions after. Okay, so now we have Michelle on YouTube. Michelle. Oh, patience come through for you as well. But I'm not sure if because I put it in the pack, but it just kind of fell. I'm going to have to take that for you too, but I'll do another card as well. Okay, they're asking me to get another pack, so I'm going to get another pack. Let's do this pack. Okay, that one will really, I wasn't going to take that one. Okay, so patience and learning a new path to become the teacher of your reality. So you would have, I think it feels to me like you've gone through a lot and now you have a fuller understanding of yourself, because rewards are coming. Look at this: achievement, completion, rewards. The final stage of your life is coming up. But just be aware that there could be divine timing in all of this. Patience is all. The reason why patience is also needed is because if we just turned around in this story and went, boom, we've got our rewards, and we didn't do the work, or we didn't have a full understanding of how that reward came in, then we haven't learned. The lesson is the journey. The reward is the outcome, and then we move into another journey. And we just keep doing this. We just keep bringing ourselves into more and more journeys. So there's something that they're asking you to become a guide for through understanding quite a bit in your reality. But just be patient with it anyways, because that did fall first. Who else have we got? If I've missed anyone, I'm really, really sorry. Katie, you guys are lining up with each other so beautifully. That's nice. Joy, 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 joy. Okay, 2 cards that's come out for you, Joy. Believe it. So we really are coming to a completion. Look at all the completion cards. We have the achievement card that came out again for you. So that was a great thing. Joy, you have your eternal spirit, higher self, sacred intuition. I feel like you did a lot of work just recently, and your eternal spirit is starting to come through. You're starting to have or you will this week, like a, oh my God moment. Holy crap. I do have the reins to my own life, and everything else has been an excuse for me not to take my power back. And you are going to, through this eternal spirit joining with you and you listening to your intuition, listening to your soul's path, you're going to complete something. You're going to have a reward, an achievement. Look at that. The completion came out before. You're so right, Katie. Completion card came out before with others, and now we've got a whole new pack and it's coming out again. We're completing the cycle, and we're starting to have an understanding that our imagination, which we gifted to other people or other authoritative figures, we let them dictate to us how to use our imagination. And now we're saying, no, we're going to use our imagination, and we're going to start grounding what we want to have in our reality. And we're moving, we know where we're moving with clarity, and we're trusting that we also have a connection to our soul. And our soul is God itself, and in essence, love that only wants the best for us. And so we start moving towards that. Really huge shift happening at the moment. Okay, Snizana, sorry if I say that wrong. Truly appreciate it. No worries. I'll pull a card for you. I'm picking up that there's signs around you too, so that's Snizana. There's signs around you. They're trying to tell you something. Ancestors come out. So your ancestors, historical connections of purposes, maybe your grandmother, your grandfather. There's some sort of guiding force wanting to show you something that they learned a lesson about, and they're seeing you go through the same lesson so they can help you. And they have more clarity up there because they're not in their mind, because they're not in human form. They have more of a soul connection, like straight soul essence of itself. So they have this where they can see through things a lot with more clarity. And so they want to help you express something new, create something new, soul expression. So if you are going through a bit of a hoo-ha at the moment, it's only so that you can see the pattern of your life, that you created this hoo-ha over and over through a certain reaction that you keep on trying to protect yourself with logically, and it's not working. And there's an ancestor that's coming through and wanting to give you a valuable lesson. They're also wanting to tell you that they love you very, very, very much. I see a grandfather more than like a fatherly figure more coming through, or grandfather or great grandfather or uncle, but definitely more grandfatherish. Together again, like they want to use you to use them as a divining rod to connect with them, so that you can have an understanding that there's not so much of a veil between the living and the dead. We are all connected anyway. Anyway, oh gosh, such healing. Where else have I gone? Mark. Personal guide, guardian angel, and spirit family came out for you. So you have someone behind you that's guiding you, but it's from a higher perspective. No way, I cut the card. I cut the cards. Like, you know how you have a bunch of cards and you just go, that's what I did. Achievement, completion, rewards. Mark, this is for you as well. There's guidance coming in for you to come to the end of something, so that you can realize that you've achieved all you can in that manner, and it's time to move forward into something beautiful and wonderful. You're going to get rewards for it. There's rewards coming your way. Trust this. Trust that there's rewards coming your way. I feel like there's yeah, but maybe, no, there is. You are creator. And there is, and so be it. 7 chakras come up too. So there might be an alignment that's happening with you and your chakras. Who's Facebook user? Whoever said who's Facebook user, that's you, because that's all that's coming up with on this. I don't have, for some reason, maybe you're in private, you're set your things as private or something. So it's just showing a Facebook user. It's not showing a name. So that's you. And I read you first. Okay. So be it, Joy. So be it. So be it. Very cool. Katie, I'm going to give you, I really want to give Katie a reading. I'm not sure if she said yes, because she hasn't said yes, but because she does a lot of work for me. Okay, Debbie. She's a moderator in my YouTube. Debbie Oliver, yes, please. We're kind of going over time here too. Debbie. The healing heart, love and acceptance and romance. Ooh. So I think someone might have just entered your life, or you're thinking of someone entering. I know it's a bit cool for me to say that, but whoever is around you at the moment is literally healing your heart. Yeah, whoever is around you at the moment is literally healing your heart. So don't become prickly like you did in the past about certain, just allow, just trust and allow. There's something healing big time with you anyway. Releasing difficulty. Yeah, that's what I felt from you. Like, don't become prickly around those that are around you at the moment, because they're literally teaching you how to heal your own heart. That's what I can say now at the moment. Maggie. Whole heap came out. I'm only going to take the first shit too. You have emotional desert come up. So there's an emptiness and a feeling of being just you, and they really want you. It's interesting because that love card that just happened before, which I put in the pile, is the same color as this card. And it's really interesting because deserts on Gaia, on Earth herself, when a desert happens, it's because there's no love there. Like, for instance, something happened there where love just stopped. And so it's just sand and it's just desert and there's no creation. But you'll find that now the deserts are going to start growing again, because more and more love is coming on this planet. And so that's going to start blooming. And I feel that within you as well. There's this opening that's wanting to come out. An oasis, look, the oasis in the background. Because you have a bit of confusion of the past and uncertainties, because you might still be in your logical mind that's clinging on to the past, trying to predict what the future is going to happen, and so it's causing uncertainties. But when we say, you know what, logic, you don't know it all, and I'm changing my reality, I'm going to change it to something completely different now anyway, so I can't listen to you anymore because it's ready to let it go. Peaceful pursuit, happy times. Yeah, you are being guided. This is a past life thing that you're clearing too, because past life coming up for you as well. Okay, guys, I have to leave it there. I love you so much, and I'll be back next Tuesday. And don't forget, on Thursday, same time on Thursday, I do channel messages coming through me to teach us how to work with these new energies, how to move through all of our mind crap into something new, how to create what it is, what's on the other side, all of the new gifts that we're coming into, how to cope with stepping into all these rewards that are going to come our way, because they are going to come our way because we say so, right? And then when you do, when you haven't had many rewards in your past, and all of a sudden a rush of rewards come, it can be quite daunting, because it's still a shift, it's still a big change up, and so there has to be an acceptance that comes with that. But they also want to really bring up knowing what you want is really vital at the moment. And the God within us, there's some real secret stuff coming up about the God within us that we haven't been acknowledging within our own right of our own power. Anyway, till next Thursday, and then next Tuesday again with the general just tarot card readings and stuff, and having fun with life. Till then, bye.